Hey, welcome to another episode of the InNOLEvation Mindset Podcast, powered by the Moran College of Entrepreneurship. I am Mark McNees, your host, and today in studio we have the co-founders of New Wave Boyz with a Z, and that is Gabe, Ash, and Nathan. Hey, how are you guys doing today? What's going on?
Doing great, man.
Doing great, man.
Good, man.
Cool. Tell us a little bit about where you guys are from, and are you from Florida? Are you from somewhere else? And just how did you guys meet?
All right. So basically, we're both from Tampa, Florida. So 813. And we met in high school. We've been best friends since high school. And that has pretty much been holding it down. Yeah, we met in science class?
Biology
class or something. We were both in the IB program. So it was just, but we, Tampa, born and raised.
All right. And Nathan, how do you fit in?
Yeah, Gabe was my brother. I've known him since the day I was born. Ashton as well. I met him in high school as well, since they're best friends and everything. I'm also all from Tampa as well.
Right on. And what year are you at FSU?
I'm a freshman.
Oh, all right.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Welcome. Do you want to go to the Moran College?
Oh, definitely.
All right. Cool. All right. Tampa, and you guys moved up here, obviously. I don't know, obviously, but you guys moved up here to go to college, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what's been your experience here at FSU? What's been like the highlights? What's been surprising? What's been maybe a disappointment? I don't know. Tell us a little bit about your journey so far.
Man, honestly, it's been a roller coaster. I came in at Florida State, 17 years old, and I had aspirations to be a football player. I came on and walked on. Unfortunately, I broke my hand during tryouts, and ever since then, my path changed a little bit. We started New Wave Boyz as soon as we got out here as well. In the summer, we used our refund checks, got an LLC, made it official, and we just started working from there. And once my hand broke and that whole situation with football happened, I just shifted towards designing clothes, and that's where we go. We took off from there freshman year, and then from there, everything's just turned. Started live streaming. Last year, I started doing YouTube freshman year, and then got into live streaming this past year. So things have just been changing, but it's been a good experience overall.
All right, right on. So you mentioned New Wave, and so me being a Gen Xer, New Wave means a certain type of music. Tell me about your brand and what it means and what you guys are trying to accomplish.
So our brand is all about creating a standard, basically standing out, not conforming. It's all about innovation, and I feel like that's exactly what it is. Even how you can relate it to the 80s, that specific type of music is bringing that type of element, but into the new age of what's going on with, we're in 2025, technology is running everything. So that's what it's all about, is innovation.
Okay. So what is your main line? And I've seen you guys wear hoodies, and Ash's got a t-shirt on and things like that. What kind of clothes are you doing, and who's your target market? Who's buying your clothes?
So you got
Either one. So basically, our target market, like he says, more so like our Gen Z kids our age, you know what I'm saying, really up to about 25, 30, 25 really, who we marketing, advertising to, FSU students, FAM students, really the Tallahassee community as a whole, really just marketing to the younger kids. Even in high school, we have our little cousins and siblings and things all throughout the high schools back home where we're from, just pushing it out there. New Wave, create the standard. It's all about standing out, not conforming. So when they wear our hoodies or our T-shirts or our hats, our shorts, they're wearing NWB, it's okay. We with them boys, we're them boys, we standing out, exactly who this is, and we're buying them.
So it's really streetwear based, and we use a lot of bold designs to mold into the identity of standing out, not conforming. As you see, we got bright orange on his hoodie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's really tailored towards the youth, though, for sure.
All right, cool. So you're hating on the 55-year-olds. Okay, I got it. You're not looking for the 55-year-old influencer?
Hey, no offense. The old heads love our stuff, too. We got it right.
It's really it's more or less feel like, in my perspective of it, it's it's called New Wave. We're trying to move past the next generation of people, next generation of influence, next generation of creators. So that's why we target that audience, to be fair, because these are the next people that are going to be able to do these great things, the next wave of invaders, creators, and everything. So that's why we target our audience.
Nice. I was just kidding. Gabe, you said streetwear. We have a wide audience of people who listen to and watch this podcast. Describe streetwear for everybody.
So streetwear is honestly just, it really ranges. It can be very universal, as in baggy, very relaxed, edgy in a sense. And our brand's edgy in a sense too. Like even our logo is very cut. There's a lot of cut and edges in it. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of represents like standing against the grain and going against what usually happens, not the most straight and narrow path. You forge your own path.
Let's go around the table and just talk about what each one of you bring to the company. We can start with you, Gabe, and we'll go to Ash and then Nathan.
So I do the design and development, also the e-commerce aspect of the brand. So I sketch up designs. I design the designs as well in the Photoshop, and also to e-commerce. So I basically run the websites, put all the stuff, all the inventory on the Shopify and all things of that nature. And also, too, I communicate with the manufacturers, distribution, all that type of stuff.
All right, cool. Ash, what do you do?
So basically what I'm doing is I'm counting everything. So all our inventory, all our spreadsheets, all the numbers, like they coming to me, breaking it down, we journaling everything. And I'm just planning out what money is set aside for next drop to be on top of what we're about to come for different season changing. Like all of that is really what I'm over.
Right on. And Nathan, what do you do?
I really focus on the marketing side. I understand how, especially from being the youngest and everything, I have more freedom to be able to be at these set Fridays and at these market Wednesdays to really express these people to our brands. Really focus on marketing and also helping get my brother with the whole rolling out the drops and everything, just the whole process of what it means to create a new drop and everything. And that's what I bring to the team.
Okay, cool. So is the orange a staple, or is that just happens to be this season's color?
Honestly, orange was supposed to be the staple, and as of now, it is the staple. Really, it was really the staple for an earlier drop. But with a few little interruptions, like most brands have with manufacturing and sending things timely, we pushed it later. So we pushed for it to just fall into New Year's drop.
Okay.
We come back out. We drop these hard sweats. It's still cold out. Let's just push it. And they've been doing really good. So, like, it became a staple. So now that's encouraged for more colors, more variety coming soon. But
okay, cool. So if I was going to go out in Tallahassee, where would I go and be most likely to see some people repping your brand?
FSU and FAMU for sure.
Okay, so it's mostly college students.
Definitely.
Are people wearing this to clubs or they are, so
they're buying them in the club.
Oh, they're buying them in the club. Like where? How do you sell? How do you sell in the club? What's your channels?
It's literally we get in with security. We get some packs in. Like,
you setting up a table, or are you doing it outside? What are you doing?
It's literally like, okay, let's bring a few hoodies or some sweats with the club. Make sure security holds them for us. Go out there and network while we're in the club. We do give it the socials. Hey, I want that right now. We'll go on spot. Hey, security. We need, come give it to us.
It's really, honestly, we even, for example, last week we had an event, Bridge the Gap, where we had all the college students, all the college campuses, like FSU, FAMU, TSC. There was a big concert where rapper Boston Richie came out, and it was just a big event for all the colleges to connect. We came out literally with a big tub, like a huge green tub that you would use to pack your dorm. Packed it up with inventory, walking around with it. We got a DoorDash bag on our back of just full of clothes and just getting out selling it. We vend also too at Market Wednesday and Set Friday, but like when it comes to that social life and that aspect, we just really just bring it, don't think about it, and just make it happen. When it comes to the clubs, we lock in with security, make good face with them, and they'll put stuff in the back for us too. Let's say if there's a big concert and a huge rapper's coming, they'll make sure that it's secured safely, so that way when the rapper's leaving off stage, we're able to get the clothes of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys start this brand when you were in high school, or when did you start the brand, and what was the idea behind it?
Okay, so honestly, it's crazy. This is how it started. It technically started in high school, but it started off as a music playlist.
Okay.
So like, it was probably like around springish, and it was like a new wave of music happening like in 2021, like this, like in the underground scene. There was just like a new wave, like new sounds, like a rage rap, all type of stuff. And I'm like, yo, this new music just sound new wave. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna name this NWB New Wave. And I sent it to Ashton. And then from there, like a month later, I just started randomly started drawing stuff in my journal. Like, honestly, I don't know where it came from. I was like, I'm gonna start drawing real quick. And I just started drawing a bunch of designs. I came to a gym class, Ash is sitting on the floor chilling.
But
I'm like,
wait, though, we already knew we would start like a business or something together, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was like a clothing brand had already been something established. We were already dressing in high school, like we were already in the newest clothes every week. Like we was them boys like doing that. So like that was already established. So this is where the drawing comes in.
yeah.
Okay.
So we already were pretty much like trend setting in high school. Everybody, like literally, I play everybody on Valabasas jeans. I ain't gonna lie.
No way, you just did that, bro. No way, you just did that.
But yeah, like, we were already trend setting in high school, and it was like we seen a clothing brand spike like start to happen on TikTok to where it was like, yo, like regular kids just like us are getting rich right now off of this clothing brand. So we're like, yo, like we've always been into fashion. Me and him used to sell sneakers back in the day. We used to flip Jordans, all that. He had all of the heat. He used to go crazy with the sneakers. So it was like we always had that kind of background to it. And then once that happened, I started designing. I brought it to Ash. I'm like, yo, this is hard, bro. Like, we need to start this. And then once we got out here, it was raps.
It was go time.
Right on. So what's your main channels? Are you mostly selling on TikTok or is it direct sales like at the clubs? How are you getting the brand
I
out?
feel like really what we've been realizing right now, our main sales really just been like people that we're being able to like really just talk to and talk about what the brand stands for, like at them set Fridays in person, like when we really bring that connection with people. So like really set Friday's been killing it this month. Well, so Market Wednesday definitely killed it last semester more than anything. But in-person interactions, because in-person interactions, they really get to understand the piece of what we're preaching and what we're moving forward towards.
Yeah, our first drop, it was mainly online. We did a Market Wednesday pop-up, but we sold out online. It was like, that's how it really popped off. But more so now, like we're really in that in-person channel. We're really connecting with the people in person. So I feel like it adds a touch of intimacy too. So it's like you buy my clothes, but it's also you get to understand the brand and see what it is in person. It's different than you just buying a shirt online and getting it shipped to you.
It's at least in my perspective, it's pretty bold designs, right? It's
We got a big cat.
Yeah.
what? Oh yeah, look at that big cat. I'll talk about the cat. So wait a second, do it again, Ash. We get that on camera. A big cat. All right. What's it say under the cat?
Hold on. Can I stand up?
Yeah, stand up. All right. What's that say? The kill never ends?
The ride never ends.
Oh, the ride never ends. Yeah. Sorry about that. Can't read. So what's that mean? What the ride never ends?
So the T-shirt, hold on, my bad. So the T-shirt is basically a representation of, it's a car called a Hellcat. It's a Dodge. It's very popular. So basically, we wanted to take it and, you know what I'm saying, just like we spin it, make it our own. The ride is never ending. It's a very popular car. The ride's not going to stop.
Okay.
You keep being new wave, like, that's not going to stop. Don't stop riding that wave. Continue to be you, your own person. Like, don't stop riding that.
And it represents to the youth, you know, like when you're young, it's like you feel like you're young forever, but like the ride never ends. So adding that aspect to it, that energetic aspect to it.
Let's just use a car.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, with the bold designs, I would imagine that you guys get some responses and everything. What are some cool responses that you've gotten from your brand and your designs?
Honestly, people just they just love it. Like they love it. They love
like it's one of those things, especially with like bold designs and like especially like with this orange sweatshirt, I could say it for sure. They really respect, like they look at it and like this must have took a lot of time. They really appreciate it, and that's one thing moving forward. Like anything that come new wave, like I wanted people to hit hard for people to be like, I really appreciate this, because you could tell like it's a different level of work, different level of like design that came into this piece, and that's what we're trying to push towards.
Right on. So what's been some of the kind of unexpected cool things that you've experienced starting this brand, starting New Wave?
Honestly, just like, I would say like meeting like a lot of like people we thought like we wouldn't meet before. Tally's a big like networking hub right now, especially like for the young adults, for real. So just running into like different artists and different influencers and people that do YouTube and do the same things we do and that are like have big names. So like that's been like the fun part, and they've been able to get our clothes, be like, I appreciate this. We've been able to meet people like people will pay to meet for free. Like it's crazy.
Nice.
So
Athletes.
like,
Yeah. With that being said, like I feel like it's like a law of attraction, like especially like the way we're moving, how we're doing our things right now. The people that are Like they said athletes, everything, people like that. They see us on like, we see y'all, bro. So there's a sense of respect. So it's a little different whenever like, a known person meet them. They see what we're doing. We see what they're doing. It's mutual love. And I feel like that connection showcases not only what we're even pushing our own brand, creating a standard. They're creating a standard their own way through being athletes and sports athletes. And they see that we're out here pushing this brand, and they're going to show support to that as well.
Nice. The follow-up question is, what's been some of the challenges? You mentioned a little bit about manufacturing disruptions and stuff. What's been some of the kind of the hard things that you didn't really expect?
Definitely, I'd say manufacturing, one of the biggest ones. Like when you design a drop, you're designing it for a specific time period. The weather is going to be either cold, it's going to be hot, chill. And one of the biggest things is like you design that drop for this time. Let's say you design a spring drop, and the manufacturer, you got it lined up to where it's supposed to come in time, but they might mess up on the sample. So now you got to redo the sample. You got to tell them, do it again. It might take a couple more weeks for that to happen. And now it's like the weather's starting to change, and we might get some sweatsuits in when it's hot, but it was just cold. And now you got to adjust with that and make away with that. So definitely I'd say manufacturing is probably one of the biggest challenges for sure.
All right, right on. Ash, anything?
I would honestly just say a big thing would probably be like keeping people up to date.
Okay.
Within what's going on within the brand and stuff. Because I feel like there could be moments where it's like SMS keep coming, people keep receiving emails and updates and things like that, but it's okay, they'll stop, and then it's like probably might not hear anything, or you might have to go check the website and do a little digging on what's really going on with the brand. So just keeping people up to date like constantly, so that way it's like not out of the loop. There's no like still period. That would be like definitely like for a brand to just stay in their face.
I could definitely agree with that too. For example, let's say we just sold out a drop, right? And it's okay, we're out of inventory right now. We don't really have any new content for you, but still trying to keep you guys still in the loop of what's going on, so that way they're not just gone. We're still here. That's definitely one of the biggest things as well.
No, that's interesting.
Staying relevant.
Yes, staying relevant for sure, especially in today's age.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, like being a student entrepreneur for one, because I'm also a barber as well. That's another aspect of my life, is being able to not only balance everything, but also being able to take the time of what I need to take this brand as to where I want to take. Because at the end of the day, I know exactly where I want this brand to be. My goal is really, I want to be able to, in my time that I'm here, go take a summer abroad, go international, and I'll be able to push my brand out to a whole different market out there, a place I never even seen, me being first generation of two. But it's also like me knowing this route. People usually go to college to get a job. Like I'm going to college, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna be a lawyer, I'm doing everything. I came to college to push a brand. I came to college to expand what I'm doing now, and being able to stick to that, especially being like I don't really have anyone here that done that, especially not the way I want to do it. So it's really just a battle of trusting into myself and also building a system and having that discipline that I would need to create my dream of what I want to do with this brand.
Nice. Nathan, you mentioned a little bit about your kind of aspirations and things like that. What does it look like? What's the timeline? Like, where do you guys see the brand in, say, a year and in 5 years? And then ultimately, what's your goals?
Do you want to start off?
Honestly, within this next year, I'd say by the time me and him graduate, I see this brand definitely all over college campuses, not just Florida State, not just FAMU, but all over the country.
Okay.
I feel like the college demographic has been the one that showed us the most love, and we definitely want to continue with that as new people continue to come in and leave. I definitely say all over the country for sure.
Nice.
We've actually gone global a little bit too. We've got some of our stuff in India and different countries like that, but definitely building on that and getting a worldwide influence for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
I see us in a warehouse next year. I see a warehouse for New Wave next year.
Where you guys want to base?
Honestly, I would really say home base right now is Tampa, Florida for us.
Okay.
Like, we going back home.
Okay.
To make sure, I feel like establish that at home, because we came to Tallahassee and pushed New Wave. We didn't get to push it in Tampa. It wasn't around all of our friends like that or as accessible as it is out here. So definitely set up home base, big warehouse back at home, and just expanding. I see, like he said, everywhere. College campuses, we got friends all over. USF, UT, everywhere. So literally just a more bigger demographic. And then as we continue to grow there, our experiences and our career paths, because we're still in schools, our career paths and wherever that leads us will expand within those as well. So it's just like how that.
Cool.
And I feel like that's another beautiful thing about how we're structuring things right now. While they're going to be able to tackle and expand on that nature, I'll also still be able to have time here. Since I'm still a freshman as well, I'll still be able to not only host the city of Tallahassee, but really my plan is to really have a hold and have the city of Tallahassee really pushing past his brand. And I feel like I'm very confident that I'll be able to do that with me being here. I was at the first market Wednesdays, everything. I have a lot of time, but just keep putting that foot on the pedal and just keep pushing forward. Next year, fall time, drop a great collection that people really rock with and just keep moving forward on momentum.
Cool. Awesome. What kind of like supporting social media content do you use to support the brand, and what's your most effective platforms?
Probably right now, Instagram.
Really?
Instagram, that's pretty good because it's quick, it's easy, it's direct. You get a DM, hey, where are you guys at? Like, can you pull up on me? I need this, I need that. They see it instantly. We're always posting on there. We get good reaction.
What type of things are you posting though?
We're posting reels. So
Okay.
We have set Fridays, markets. Like he said, we just got assigning roles for real. I'm trying to break it down so you can understand the dynamic. But like when this was started, I was doing like the social media, like taking pictures of the photo shoots and doing all of that like off of iPhone. That's how we started off. And just continuously doing that, started that little like Instagram, planted that little Instagram seed. And that's always been a thing. All of us have all used our social medias. We've always had Instagram followers and stuff. So it was very easily transferable.
So one of the biggest things I say is Instagram posts. For sure, like where we would just post clothes, or let's say we got new clothes in, we'll do like little mock-up shoots where we'll put the clothes out, lay them out. But also, too, we have this thing to where anytime we make a sale at a pop-up shop or something, we get a video of whatever person that we sold to and we'll say, this, that, new wave. And it's almost like it's becoming like a thing now to where it's, okay, them boys, they outside again. You know what I'm saying? So we'll take a video and it'll show that, okay, this person just got this new piece of clothing, but they're pushing the brand, this, that, new wave. You keep hearing it over and over again. And for example, Destroying, a popular YouTuber, he had a big tournament here where he had a $20,000 tournament for football, basically, 1v1 tournament. And we went out there, we bought a whole tub of clothes, sold out, and all on your story is flooded with this, that, new wave, this, that, new wave, this, that, new wave. And it's going to eventually keep you like, okay, like I keep seeing this. What is that? So I definitely say that, stories, reels, and IG posts, and also a little bit of TikTok as well.
Okay. What's your IG handle?
New Wave Boys _. New Wave Boys with a Z _.
We got a whole highlight for pop-ups. So let's like you can watch.
Nice.
Back to back.
So you guys had one of my classes. We talked about this, how clothing is our chosen skin, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people choose their skin. They choose their clothing to communicate something. What are you guys trying to communicate with your clothing? Or what do you think people who are wearing it are trying to communicate?
I feel like really, like you said, I really like how you said that skin is your clothing is your skin. It's really just about expression. Even like with me, like whenever I choose, even like just think about like, whenever I think about how I view what I wear. Like I view what I wear is an expression of myself. I like to get fly, I like to do everything because that's how I feel. That's so expression of me. So with my brand, I really hope if you put my jackets on, you put my shirts on, you put whatever type of clothes, material that we make, we hope that it makes you feel confident. You feel like, oh, I'm that person, I'm this, and it just makes you confident. It makes you feel like, okay, I'm ready to go ahead on my day today. I'm ready to go do whatever I gotta do, no matter what it is. Even like you said, look at Nike. Like when you think of Nike, you think of just do it regardless. You think of the sports athletes, everything on their side. You think, okay, Nike, just do it. Like when I put Nike, I think of just do it. I'm gonna go get it. And I hope with New Wave, like we're gonna try to get connected with different sides of people who want to create new standards, do different things. Just be different. Just really just be different, stand out, and embrace however you are.
Like kind of like how you would get some designer clothes, right? And I just bought these new Gucci shoes. I just bought this Versace belt. I'm wearing this. I'm feeling like $1 million when I step outside. Like that, really that invoking that confidence within you. That's the biggest thing we want people to feel when they put on our clothes. And really, like you said, standing out and being different and pushing that through the clothes.
Nice. So let's talk about a little bit about your school experience and maybe some faculty or staff or classes that maybe have helped you guys along the way. Does anybody stand out or any classes stand out besides mine, obviously?
I can say for more than anything, Black Male Leadership of Johnny Allen. That was the best class I ever took, most information I ever learned for a day. Because it's just, especially in my first fall semester, I'm going through so many different things. I'm trying to push a brand, do all these different things. I'm trying to just figure out who I am as a person, everything. And through that class, we also learned a lot about what it means to not only be like your leadership styles, like what makes you a leader and how would you lead in certain aspects in your world, but also things about being vulnerable, like especially even like me being a black man, like me being in this space and everything. Me showcasing my vulnerability is probably my best strength that I can show somebody. Me showing that I am big enough to cry sometimes. I'm big enough to do different things. Like that class is something, the lessons I learned in that class is something I will hold for the rest of my life, quite frankly.
Nice.
I'd say I started out in college as a freshman. I was in the College of Business under finance. Even though I'm in JMC now, I definitely want to say shout out to Professor Willie over at College of Business, and also to Miss Ashley. Yeah, Miss Ashley. Yeah, even though we didn't stay there, it was like they really helped us transition and make sure that we were good while we were there. Even after I left the major, like still checking on me and stuff like that really played a factor. And I definitely say shout out to them for sure. And JMC definitely has played a great factor as well. Like this major, the classes we learn are literally exactly what we need to know to be able to be successful in this business that we're going in with retail. 100%. Like 100%. Like it's a mix of business, but also giving you everything you need to know for marketing and just being able to attack the consumer that you need to be able to sell to.
While still giving, I was just going to piggyback though, like it give us that business aspect that we came from. So it's like we left finance and then it came to JMC because it's like we were in finance already having a business and we're knowing like what we want to do, but let's just go somewhere where we can get the best of both worlds and still get this down pat. I'm not gonna lie, JMC definitely clutched to come through.
Nice.
It worked really good.
Cool. So I always like to end the podcast by asking the guest or guests in this situation, if you could tell yourself one thing, if you go back in time and tell yourself one thing before you started New Wave Boyz, what would you tell yourself? And let's start with Nathan. What would you tell yourself?
Really like just believe in yourself and knowing that you can do whatever you want to do. Like I feel like one of the biggest things that even just in my life now, it's like sight. Like I know I can do it. I have very big dreams, but it's like self-doubt. But look past that. Look about the vision that you'll do if you get the job done. Look about all the things look at the people that you aspire. If you really go sit down and do the things that you want to do, just go ahead and do it. And don't even look about it. Don't think about it. Don't sit on it. Go ahead and do it and be in that mode, quite frankly.
Right on. Gabe.
Go all in 100%. I feel like for me, I lived so many different lives while in college. And I knew at the end of the day, like certain universal aspects I was gonna eventually get really going into content creating. But it was like I was halfway doing it. I was still doing football. I still wanted to do this. I'm doing the clothes. I'm doing this. And even working a job, for example, like it got to a point, it was like, okay, like I'm here, but I know this is not where I want to be. Like I've always been an entrepreneur. Like, yeah, this is cool. I'm getting the experience I need, but I feel like if I just would have went all in, like last year, I would have been where I wanted to be at now in certain things. So I definitely say go all in. Go all in. Don't waste no time. You know where you want to be. Take the risk, because at the end of the day, you're going to regret it 100 times more if you wasted these years being in college where you had all these opportunities and everything lined up for you. You're going to look like, dang, like you have your whole life to work a job. You might as well take the risk while you can, while you have the safety net, and just go all in. So definitely that.
Cool. Like it. Nash?
I would say really just to do it, honestly. Just post it, maybe. I say post because I always just be, like, on social media, and that's just been, like, my thing, like, doing that type of stuff. So it's just post it.
Out
where
there.
It's going to go. So it's just post it. Like, you're good at what you do, whether that be whatever you do. Like, just post it.
Cool. Thank you for coming in, guys. Ash, you being a musician entrepreneur, I want to get you in here and we can talk about your music and just your journey there. So hopefully you'll come back and join us.
Out, man.
All right. Sounds good.
Hey, that was good.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the InNOLEvation Mindset Podcast, powered by the Moran College of Entrepreneurship. Hey, if you like this episode, be sure to give it and be sure to hit subscribe so you never hit another amazing episode. And as always, we love comments. We love reading your comments and hearing about it. And then also, don't forget that you can get all the information about the new Wave Boyz drops from the information in the description. So be sure to follow them. We'll see you next time.